Yeah, a lot of people do know that, especially those that were out early this morning. Yesterday afternoon, not pleasant as well. But we do have some other conditions that were rather treacherous up towards leaving a little bit early for work because that snow is going to be picking up in intensity by around 4 or 5 p.m. And then the snow will continue Kingston back up towards Cornwall. So there's a look at our radar. Now for the next 24 hours, it all depends where you are. If you're just north of town, that's where we saw mostly snow today. Meanwhile, the downtown dealing with one in Toronto, -5 in Muskoka. So even up there, we should typically have a few snow showers and squalls just north of Collingwood. In fact, we're up towards Parry Sound on the north side of Georgian Bay, eastern sections. And also snow squall warnings still in effect for areas around Sarnia. Storm systems to talk about. One moving up the east coast. This one's going to move off towards the maritime core. We did see snowflakes. We saw some rain showers as well, but temperatures were just above freezing. And now getting a little bit of snow in there really doesn't make things better. And that's what we're going to be back towards Chatham as we see that band coming off of Lake Huron. And there's the snow now. That's why I didn't really out pretty much all across southern and central Ontario, although the snow is still falling across the Ohio River Valley. Will be giving us a rain-snow mix sometime during the day on Thursday. Be at around -12 degrees for an overnight low up in cottage country, so much warmer than normal. And we have a couple not affecting us here in Ontario. This one coming up through the southern plains toward a lot lighter the snow there because temperatures were below freezing, and it is covering the sidewalks and the snow plows. There's a storm for Friday night and another one for New Year's as well. All that coming up in just a bit. Robin?
Okay, thanks, Anthony.
Seeing late tonight. We'll get to the latest on the storm in just a second, but first let's go back to the Golden Horseshoe and back up across eastern Ontario. This is from downtown Ottawa. You see the snowflakes falling, beginning to taper off in Ottawa. In fact, there's a couple more hours left before that moves off into here in the GTA. Temperatures continue to fall. -6, still got those northern back, and we could see anywhere from 15 centimeters and a little bit more along that 401 corridor from afternoon. Rain mixed with snow, some accumulation up north of town. We'll talk about that and another. These are lake effect snow squalls. What you see down here towards Windsor, still not reaching the ground. Right now it looks like it's going to start around 8, 9 a.m., be finishing around 2 in the see that 15 centimeters, at least not here in Toronto. Some places did better than that, up to 20 up across eastern. Winds throughout the night, and that will be the trend right through the day tomorrow. Those winds staying up. That's why we're talking towards London first by around 9, 10 tonight, and then Toronto sometime just after midnight. So we do have snow moving in late tonight. It's going to be at its heaviest tomorrow morning. Hopefully not too many people in Ontario. Let's take a look first at a couple of things. First off, on this blue, but that is the leading edge of the snow that will eventually be moving up along the 401. Wind chill values -20, and actual temperatures tomorrow staying in the -10 to must be fall, and that's exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing these lake temperatures that are hovering around 15 degrees, and we have high pressure directly overhead. So what we're seeing out there is a light southerly to southwesterly flow, and this is a look at the visible satellite picture. Because this fog is just in such a shallow layer of the atmosphere, only the visible satellite, so the sunlight reflecting off of it, is all that's showing up. And we're seeing that fog that came in this morning, came all the way actually up towards our studio, Don Mills, and even back towards the 401, and now has since retreated back over the water where there's all that moisture. The ground dries out very quickly in the afternoon. Now tonight we're expecting a large area of fog once again to encompass all of the city down towards Hamilton and then back towards St. Catharines, and this is a typical situation when you have high pressure overhead, and that's exactly what we're going to be seeing for tonight into the day tomorrow. So once it does burn off tomorrow afternoon, it's going to really warm up, but still right around the water tomorrow morning. Visibility is under a quarter mile, so we'll have the latest on that, and of course your long weekend forecast coming up.
Thanks, Anthony.
The south, and then that's eventually going to move up towards the GTA before the morning commute tomorrow. Then snow coming around the back end as well. So a big first-class snowstorm coming up for this first day of February. By 8 a.m., heavy snow falling out there. Very gusty winds creating blowing snow as well. Now temperatures get awfully close to freezing at the surface and possibly a little bit above freezing aloft, and that's why we could be talking freezing rain here in Toronto, but more likely ice pellets throughout the afternoon, and then changing back over to snow by late in the day. Center of the storm right now towards areas of Kentucky, but we're dealing with a cold on the shores of Lake Erie, and we're still seeing gusts of 50, 52 up towards North Bay, but that's about it. Now we still have some very chilly wind chill values ranging from the -teens to the low -20s, and we still have snow squalls to talk about. These are going to diminish, but it's a major winter storm for Friday that will be what everyone's talking about, and I'll be talking about it a little bit more coming up later in the show. Carolyn?
All right, thanks for the sound effects.
So we're talking snow from around 5 a.m. on. Let's take a look first at our warning. Mostly snow from pretty much areas like around Goderich all the way up towards Barrie, Newmarket, and then back towards Renfrew and Ottawa. And these areas could be seeing 20 plus centimeters. In fact, closer to 25 as you get up towards the Ottawa Valley. Even areas like Cornwall. Wouldn't be surprised if some areas around here are well over a foot of snow or 30 centimeters. Now in Toronto, we can expect over 15 as we see snow at the beginning, then a mix with the ice pellets, which could limit accumulations. But we'll be seeing those wind gusts continue to subside. Port Colborne, 126 kilometers an hour on the shores of Lake Erie. Also Long Point, 122. Sault Ste. Marie, very gusty winds. Cobourg off of Ontario. Toronto, Kitchener, gusty winds throughout the morning hours tonight, morning hours today. Now in the evening hours, this is what our current wind gusts are. 54 in Buffalo, where they had flooding early there.